Are you a successful entrepreneur or one in training? You've got the vision, but do you have the right partner to build your brand, your team, and your future online and off? At cprfirm.com, we offer expert consulting, financial guidance, and life coaching because we believe in doing life with our clients. After all, what is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul? Founded by Callan Cash Coleman, we help our clients not only succeed, but plan to retire rich. Your business deserves the best. Start building your legacy today at cprfirm.com.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Make sure you pick up my two books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive-Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us on the live stream. We greatly appreciate that. Hold on, let me get something off my screen up here, something I'm looking at. Give me a second. Let me slide this. Can I slide it? Come on. There we go. All right, cool. All right, it is January 16th, 2000. Well, you know what the year is. I ain't got to go through the year. Our last stream for the week, tomorrow, we will be on the African Diaspora News Channel app, streaming over there on the app. Make sure that you download the app and get a monthly, quarterly, or yearly membership. That is on where you'll be able to see those live streams and any other programming that we're having exclusive to the app. You know, this year I'm focusing definitely on programming for the app, not this platform called YouTube, because these platforms, we'll still do the news and stuff like that here. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to all our special stuff, no, we putting it on the app because, number one, people are joining. So we got to give the value that people are joining for. That's number one. Number two, I'm glad I thought about number two. If you have any issues with your account or something didn't work right or whatever, sending it to me is not going to get it fixed too quick. I mean, I try to get it to people, the right people, but the quickest way, quickest way. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen and show you better than I can tell you. Give me a second. Let me see if I can, so I can show you exactly how to do it. If you have any kind of issues, just give me a second. I am going to scroll to the bottom. Okay. So there's a contact tab on our app, right? And let me see if I can get this screen up so y'all can see it. You see, there's a contact tab on the app, and then you put your name, you put your email. I guess you want to put your phone number. And then down all this that you see here, and you can see, let me see, I'm having a technical issue with your website. I can't log in. I can log in, but can't view videos, something else. And then you go here and you say, hey, I got the app or whatever. This is not working, or I'm having a hard time logging in. I don't understand. Tell all what's going on, your username, all of that. And then our IT team will get back with you, because this section goes directly to them. When you're sending messages to me, I'm telling y'all, I'm so busy sometimes trying to get things done. I'm so, I'm like, this phone of mine is always going. My emails is going. And also I have a personal life as well. And on top of what else is going on with other business things that we're doing. So y'all definitely got to get to the right people. So if you have any issues or problems, make sure you use that contact tab. That's how you do that. Okay. For Black History Month, we'll be doing a 20% off the annual. That's the plan for Black History Month, the whole Black History Month. It'll be 20% off the annual. But don't miss out, because you're going to be missing out on a whole lot of things that we got coming. So don't miss out. But definitely don't miss out on the Friday live stream. So let me hurry up and get to something before I was going to talk about Michelle Obama tonight, and that's that, and Jasmine Crockett. But let me get to Dr. Claude Anderson real quick before we get started. Where's FBAs? Definitely you, but where's the South Africans? Any South Africans any South Africans that will watch this stream? This applies to you too. I would say this applies to you probably a little bit more than it applies to us, even though it do apply to us. I explain why I want South Africans to really ingest what Dr. Anderson is about to say here, but let's go it on and listen what Dr. Claude Anderson has to say to Black people. Once again, this is directed toward FBAs and Black South Africans only, because that's about the only two people I can really see this applies to, right? So let me cue up Dr. Anderson. Won't take long, not a long video. Let's go.
The worst form of racism in this country is that kind of racism that tries to tell Black people to put your history behind you, to tell Black, and you can never compete. You can never get out of your dilemma as long as you're ignorant of how you got into it. Now, I've got people telling me, so Dr. Anderson, what we need to do now is be teaching Black folk how to just get beyond racism and become competitive with white folk. I say, how? You never tell anybody in this country to put their heritage, their race behind them, except Black folk. And once you buy into that, if you buy into that garbage, you're lost. Okay. There's only three ways you could have gotten into your dilemma as a Black people. Either you got here by godly divine decree, or you got here because you're genetically inferior, or you got here because white people have been socially engineering. If you put your history behind you, then they got you trapped. Because there are only two left. You're here now because God wished it, or because you're genetically inferior.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad you heard that. So real quick, these people are the same everywhere they go. And the only reason I brought up South Africans on top of FBAs with that is because in South Africa, they like to tell them they don't want them to teach about apartheid. They say, oh, well, we're not living in apartheid anymore. That's the past. Why you got to bring it up? And Dr. Anderson said that's the most dangerous form of racism. It's not to talk about your history. It's not to talk about your ancestors. It's not to talk about your people. Same way with us. You guys aren't slaves. Why you keep talking about slavery? Because if we forget our history, we are doomed to repeat it. Everyone knows that, right? And that's what I said about South Africa. Y'all gonna repeat apartheid the way y'all going because you're not teaching apartheid history. You're not teaching about the freedom fighters that got the country liberated. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we was talking about this. I think Renell Wade was saying that the people who's really guiding a lot of the education in South Africa is the folks. And you know the folks don't want you to know your history because they want to subjugate you. See, they can't do that to us because we're very good in America to keep talking about our history, talk about our ancestors, even talk about the people that did something 5 years ago, 10 years ago, right? We were talking about some freedom fighter that was going toe-to-toe with the race soldiers. We don't forget the Michael Brown and we don't forget George Floyd. We don't forget these type of things what people done in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm saying to my brothers in South Africa and sisters in South Africa, you need to study apartheid. You need to study how these people showed up in your land. You need to know how your land was before these people got there. You understand? You need to study how they used to go around sniping y'all. You need to study how y'all couldn't leave your house without a card. No different than when we was off the plantation, we had to have a pass. Black folks in South Africa had to have a pass too. That's why when I talk about apartheid or what happened here in America, it mirrors the same. It's nothing really different. And why it's not different, because these people are the same everywhere they go. They're the same. That's their culture. And you would be doing yourself a horrible service not learning apartheid. Excuse me. I know about apartheid because it was in our generation I learned about it, and for sure that we spoke against apartheid, that wicked apartheid government. If you learned your history, DA wouldn't even be in there right now because you wouldn't want them nowhere near power. Because you know when they get power, they're going to subjugate you. If they get power, you see how Cape Town is right now? That's going to be the whole country. Because you don't learn your history. And I know a lot of young people don't really care about history and all of that, but bruh, you need to really you need to learn something. Because you're not really free like that. Same thing in America. If we don't learn our history, we think, oh, well, they're not that bad. And that's why we do some of the things we do today. We see what black folks do because they don't know the history. That's why black folks are going to all white enclaves and living now when things we never did before because you knew the history of why you didn't do that. You knew the history of why you don't go in the woods with these people talking about, they're my friend, we going hunting. You knew the good and well why we don't do that. If you knew your history. Understand? I was told something like that. They say, yeah, if you want to, there'll be some hunting or whatever. You want to, they like to do that. I'm like, no. No. I say, no, you want to talk to me? You can talk to me this way, that way, but no. Certain things I just don't do. Because first of all, I mean, there's no reason for me to be hunting for anything. I can go to the store and buy it. That's number one. But what I'm saying is you got to know your history. Know your history. Because like Dr. Anderson say, if they can convince you that your history is just don't even matter, you passed it, then what he said, I'm in this condition because God ordained it, or I'm slow, I'm silly, and that's why. And good and well, God didn't ordain the position that black folks are in. Number two, we're not slow people. We very intelligent people, right? These people don't never want to hear their history because they're embarrassed about it. They're ashamed of their history. When you listen, they are the only group of people that don't want to hear what they've done in the past. They don't want to hear it. Why do you think they want to ban books? Because they know what they did in their history is evil and wrong. They know that. But you got to put the mirror up in their face. When they tell you all blacks commit so much crime, you really want to talk about your criminality today and even back then? How many whole towns have black Americans or black South Africans wiped out based on the color of skin? There's no black South African went to no town and just wiped out a whole bunch of white people, stole their land, stole their homes, stole everything. Same thing in America. No black American did that. No FBA did that. No FBA was stealing the patents of white people. No black South African was stealing jobs or saying, hey, you know what? I like that land over there that they on. We're going to go take it. Let's get them off of it. We've never did that to nobody. We've never dropped bombs on nobody. We didn't become police officers and run around just shooting children that's walking to school. But in apartheid South Africa, you had police just running around sniping kids. Look it up about that green Chevy. Oh my God, what kind of car is that? It's a Chevy But they was riding around when somebody had got killed, and they was at the funeral. These white police in South Africa would go to the funeral and start doing drive-bys on the people that's mourning the person that was killed by them. You better know your doggone history. That's not a joke. That's why I told them we need to do a documentary about apartheid, because y'all really forgot. And I'll be honest with you, it bothers me a little bit how some of y'all move. Now, how Julius move, I love it. But how some of y'all move over there, and some of y'all here too, you done got brand new, you done forgot your history too. That's what Dr. Anderson's word for y'all for the day. I'm just saying, don't forget your history, learn. There's a lot of books. You can listen to audio books. You can read. I mean, shoot, we got Chat GPT now. We got all kind of things now where you can learn something, right? Learn your history. Never forget it, and teach it to your doggone children. Don't let your children grow up in this world oblivious. You know, well, I don't want to teach them that because I don't want them. Like, that is the greatest disservice you can do to your children, is not teach them their history and not teach them how to navigate. If you're in America, you really got to teach your children, because that's literally survival. And in South Africa, if you don't teach your children, that's survival for you too. Maybe not as great as it is for us here, but it's still survival, because these people still doing y'all stuff. I see them pulling stunts in South Africa that they would never pull over here in America. Please. But that's that. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead on and get to Michelle Obama, because I just had to say that because, like I said, it just what I'm seeing with some FBAs, and then what I'm definitely seeing in South Africa with some black folks. You know, you better, especially young people, know your history, man. And you older people that's not teaching the history, shame on you. Shame on you. You know, don't get comfortable, because you'll be right back in apartheid. I'm telling you, you will be right back in it. And that Cyril Ramaphosa and all them type of dudes, they gonna be cool. They'll make a deal to put you in apartheid. You better watch them kind of dudes. Black folks, that's global, what I know about black folk. You have no problem selling out other black people as long as you get good. As long as your family is good, you would do it. That's been going on since the plantation to a lot of the tribes that was on the continent, selling each other out to the folks. Now, Michelle Obama. Now let's get to her. Let me get to my other screen here. Where's my screen? And where we at, ladies and gentlemen? All right. So right here, they making a big deal about Michelle Obama not attending the inauguration. How dare Michelle Obama not attend the inauguration? Now, she did not attend the funeral of President Jimmy Carter. She did not attend, but her husband, Barack Obama, attended. And you see he was talking with Trump and all of that. Now, they're saying here that she done with Trump. It says her decision to skip next week's inauguration means anything that former First Lady, who once called on Democrats to go high when Trump's Republican Party goes low, would not be going to the Capitol to watch Trump take the presidential oath for the second time, leaving her husband, former President Obama, to go it alone. Now, as a married person, let me see if I can kind of play out that conversation. First of all, she never wanted to be in politics. She's made that clear. She never wanted to do nothing with politics. She said that her husband wanted to do politics, and she was only, supporting him, like wife's supposed to do, support your husband, right? But the political landscape has gotten nasty. And yeah, she did say when they go low, we go high. But people have a right to change their mind. She has that right. Now her husband, he was the former president, and he said, I guess he believes in decorum and all of that sort of thing too. But I guess she got to a point, and Kamala, because Kamala is very angry. It seems like Michelle and Kamala is extremely angry about that election. Kamala, if you remember the video, she was rolling her eyes so much, boy, when she saw Trump and Obama talking. Oh, man, she was mad. She was mad. It was visibly showing that she was upset. And I guess Michelle's like, I'm not going to that, right? But here's the deal. Just a few facts for the mainstream media. Once again, I told y'all last night, I don't care about political affiliation. I don't care about it. If the media is saying something and making a big deal out of something, even if I disagree with a black person's politics, I'm still going to speak on it, right? Number one, Donald Trump and Melania did not go to Biden's inauguration. Trump was doing a speech during the inauguration. He did not go. And so why are they making a big deal about this? Just a question. I mean, he was the president of the United States, and he didn't even go. Now, when he got inaugurated, Joe Biden went, and President Obama went, and they said, some craziness, and all that stuff, right? When he first came in, I'm going to say, they both went. So I'm hearing Nancy Pelosi may not go either. And you know what? That's fine. If you can't be courteous, then it's best you stay home. I mean, I don't know why y'all making a big deal about that in the media. I wouldn't want nobody at no event of mine, and I'm getting some sort of honor, or I'm becoming the leader of something, whatever, and this person just don't like me. I wouldn't want them there. I wouldn't be upset if they wouldn't go. I wouldn't. Now, as a married person, let me see how that conversation probably went. So they were discussing that inauguration in the house, and she's like, you know what, Barack, I ain't going to that. I'm not dealing with that dude. I know you're the former president and all that, and if you want to go, that's on you. I guess you got to. I'm not going. Just like, and they say, why she didn't go to the funeral? Because she had to sit next to Trump. And she was like, I'm pretty sure she's like, I'm not sitting next to that dude. I don't want nothing to do with him. I mean, definitely pay your respects. I'll call the family. I'll send the family something. But I'm not sitting next to that dude. I don't like that dude. I don't like him. So once again, you can go, but I'm just not going. Well, Michelle, but it's going to be all in the news, and it's going to be a big deal, and people will be questioning me, where you at, and all of that. Say, I don't care what they question at this point. I'm tired of him. I'm pretty sure that's how the conversation went. Say, well, I got to go. We say, okay, well, you go ahead and go and do what you got to do, but I'm not going around that dude. I don't like him. And I would say this much. At least it seems like she took it to that route, because she didn't tell him, well, and if you go, then it makes it seem like you agreeing with him, the stuff you say and this and that, it seems like she didn't take that route. You say she loves George Bush. Yeah, you say Keith say she tried to be fake. Yeah, because if you look at the first inauguration, right, she didn't look like she wanted to be there. You can look at somebody and tell if they want to. So why would you want her? And then the media will be focusing on her face. She'd probably be rolling her eyes. She'd probably be just pissed off. And then that'll be the story. Oh, Michelle was so upset. Michelle this and Michelle that. Like, okay, well, let Michelle stay home. Leave that lady alone. That's the only thing I say about the situation. Just leave her alone. She don't want to be there. I don't know why y'all making headline news that she's not going to be there. Like, y'all don't own Michelle Obama. Y'all don't. And you got literally some of these white conservatives are mad. She just this and she does that. Y'all was calling that lady Michael. Her name isn't Michael. Her name is Michelle. She has children. She's a wife. She's a former first lady. Yeah. So now you're mad that she's not going to go, but y'all called her a man? I'm trying to figure that part out. I thought y'all didn't want the lady around. And now y'all mad about it? Like, make up your mind. Either you don't not like the lady or call her names. Like what is it? See, let me tell you about these people. And that's the culture. Because listen, the term culture is big with me. And I think I learned more about the term culture and understand breakdown of cultures a little bit more as just being an African continent, working with Africans, and we couldn't lean on color. We have to lean on culture a little bit more. And in the greater scheme of things, culture is the problem, really. And when you look at the white supremacist culture, they want to be able to abuse you. And you have to sit there and be controlled, and they want to control every aspect of you, right? They want to control your emotions. They want to control your presence. They want to control everything. So for her to say, I'm not going over there, that pissed them off, because how dare you don't let us abuse you and demand you sit there and watch us, watch the person that we support get in office. How dare you choose to do what you want to do? Because a lot of these people still think they are slave masters. Because when we talk about we are descendants of slaves, and that's the truth. They are the descendants of slave masters. Now, some of them will get brand new and say, well, my family immigrated over here in the 1920s. And my family didn't come to the 1940s. I had nothing to do with that. Yeah, but here's the problem. No. You had a lot to do with it. Your grandparents came into a system of severe anti-black racism, and they had no problem getting in line with it and benefiting off of their skin color. So you are not free of guilt. You are just as responsible as the ones who were the actual slave masters or the ones who actually did the black codes. You're just responsible because you got right in line with it and you practice anti-black racism with the rest of them. So when they tell you, I never had a slave, my grandparents did this, they came in the 1920s, nobody had slaves. No. You got right in good with these folks here, and you practice anti-black racism. You wasn't a champion for justice. So when they talk about, that's why we don't owe reparations because we had nothing to do with it. Oh no, you had a lot to do with it, a lot, and you owe. You owe. And I'm going to say something else to y'all. I got my pen in my hand. I'm going to say something else to y'all. All these folks that's in this country are immigrants. This is why they kind of okay with giving, especially the Democrats, billions and billions of dollars to all the immigrants that come here because they relate more to immigrants. They don't relate to us because we're not immigrants. Now let's have that conversation. Listen, if you talk to the majority of the folks, they can tell you where they family from. They can tell you, oh, my family's from Germany, my family is from Britain, my family is from Italy, my family's from this. Only an immigrant can tell you that. Only an immigrant can tell you where they from. So when they say FBA and the foundation of America, literally, right, is we are the foundation of this country. We are the foundation. You ask us, well, where you come from in the African continent? I don't know. We've been here about 500 years. I don't know. I just don't know. And there was no United States to immigrate to. All these people that you see coming in here that came through Turtle Island and all that, those were immigrants. The biggest group of immigrants that came in here were white immigrants from Europe. So in one instance, some of them now are talking about mass deportations, and I agree with a lot of it. But real talk, their immigrants want other immigrants out. You always tell them you're an immigrant. Where your family from? Because I know a lot of times you say that to people in the diaspora, but start asking these folks, where your family from? Where they from? They know exactly where they family from. And I'm going to say this again. Only an immigrant know where their family is from. Brandon, I will say this, Brandon. Let me say this. Brandon, they also said we'll never get off the plantation. They also said that we'll never get out of Jim Crow. They also said that we'll never have rights. We'll never have freedom at all. We're still working on the freedom and justice part. But the amount we have today, they say we'll never have that. But no man or woman on earth do not have the power at all to make never true. That's why I don't like people telling me never in my well, Phil, I would never. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me that. Because every person ever told me what they would never do, they did it. They did it every time. No matter what it was they said they never would do, they did it because you don't have the power. You're not God. Only God could say what he would never do because he has the power to make never happen. You and I don't have the power to make never happen. So don't come telling me, man, I would never do this. I would never do that. Anybody tell me never, I get scared. I said, oh my God, whatever you said you never gonna do in relation to me, oh, I'm expecting you to do it now because you just don't have the power to make never happen. These people have no power to make never happen. And you may say, well, you know, but I don't know. I don't think they're going to pay no reparations. Let me tell you something. God's version of reparations may be a lot bigger than what we thinking. You know what I'm saying? Because look, them returning to their original state in stature and everything would be the best reparations the black world can get. And if you know their stature before they got in any kind of contact with us, you know what it is. Their global influence is dwindling. Trump see the country going down. I mean, listen, everything Trump says, he's not lying about when he talk about America. He said, we are a nation in decline. He's the only one saying it. And it's the truth. It's the truth. Most people today can't even afford a house. When back in the day, you're gonna have one man working by a house, cars, send your kids to college and everything off of one job. Your wife didn't even have to work. Now you can have two people working and still can't afford nothing. You can't buy a house, you're renting. Everything's through the roof. School shootings with the folks though. School shootings, everything just people are godless, immoral. Like it's a nation of decline. And if you study nations in decline, that's one of the main thing is being immoral and godless. Every nation that went downhill, study them. That's one of the two things that breeds everything else, being immoral and being godless. Think about it. Our U.S. government would rather ban TikTok instead of banning OnlyFans. Uh-oh. Did I touch a nerve? I would ban OnlyFans out of the United States of America, not a TikTok. You want to talk about victims of human trafficking that could be put in that? All those images and all that stuff, all the commerce and what kind of people are getting on there? What kind of money laundering is happening on there? What's going and you mean to tell me you rather keep OnlyFans than TikTok? But our government is pervert. A lot of them men up there and women are perverts. They're perverted. They're immoral and they're godless. We know this. Let's ban TikTok, but we're going to keep OnlyFans. When he can just coerce women and get women to do stuff on OnlyFans and get paid legally because our government is supporting it. Why would he be on the blade? Taking a risk. You ban TikTok, but you got so many illicit massage parlors and that's ran by a lot of these Asian communities, but y'all not banning that or shutting that down. But like I said, let some black folks open up some illicit massage parlors and some FBAs are trafficking women from Africa somewhere. It wouldn't even last a week. It wouldn't last a week. If Elon Musk buy TikTok, that app is done. That app is done. That dude would have every stupid racist on there. Because now we get to see how he runs an app, and he let just about every dummy on there. I'm a firm believer of free speech, but it's certain. Listen, nobody should be on there using racial slurs of any kind toward no group of people. None. I can talk to y'all. I can talk to anybody without using racial slurs, saying horrible things about people's religion, gender, or anything like that. You don't have to do that to have a conversation. But sometimes it's good to let things happen so you can see how it is. Like Elon Musk can barely run Tesla. I don't see how anybody buy one of them cars personally. That's your money if you want to. I never forget what Brother Gerald told me. Shout out to Brother Gerald at the Nissan dealership. He said electric car is one of the worst things you can buy. He said because it's just a battery. He said it's a battery. And he said, you know, like that cell phone you got in your pocket? What happens with time to that battery? He said, you know, you could charge it up, but it'll say 100, but really it's not 100. It goes down. Like one time on my phone here, I went and changed my battery. It said 100, but according to what Apple was saying, my phone was only getting an 80% charge, even though it said 100. It was really 80%. Well, with time, that battery could only basically charge up to 80%, even though it said 100 on my screen. And I noticed how quick the battery was charging down. Versus a gasoline-powered vehicle, or diesel, even better, you can run that vehicle forever, as long as you take care of it. Forget them electric cars. I don't want nothing to do with that crap. Forget that. Oh, you talking about that cyber truck? Yeah, I tease my daughter about it. My 10-year-old, she hates that truck. I say, hey, for your 16th birthday, you want me to buy you the cyber truck? Oh, that's no. I say, okay, what if I bought it for you and with a bow? Like, I tell you, take it back. I don't want that ugly car. That thing is ugly. Oh, I always tease about the cyber truck. She can't stand that cyber truck. Oh, it's funny. You got people that just love that thing. I'm like, y'all just buy anything because it's a name brand. That's stupid. That thing is ugly. I like trucks. Don't get me wrong. Last truck I had was a Nissan Titan, and I love my Nissan Titan I had. Right? I don't know. I may go back to a truck later, but yeah, I had a Nissan Titan, and it was cool. It was cool. The Nissan Titan looks a whole lot better than that Cybertruck. I promise you that. Yeah, you got a diesel. Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you about the Nissan. Diesel. Because yeah, if you get you something with some diesel, it's gonna last you, bro. You can drive all day long on that diesel. That's for sure. Now, yeah, you say try replacing the battery in an electric vehicle. It costs as much as a car. Yeah, that's stupid. Like I said, do what y'all want. I know some people in the chat maybe got an electric car right now. Say, I feel no, I love my electric car. Hey, God bless you. God bless you. But the resale value on the electric car is worse than a gasoline powered car. Go try to resell it and watch how much it gets marked down. But do you now? I ain't want to talk about. I don't know Danielle about that because I'm just not in the electric car business. I can care less about that. I'm an oil and gas man. That's been my career, and I'm all about oil and gas. So I'll never be on electric car anything, especially with the power grid. Now, your girl Jasmine Crockett. Let me get to her real quick. Your girl Jasmine Crockett. Oh boy, y'all listen to this. Oh, this. Listen to this.
Let me tell you something. Y'all need to find some people that actually care about their constituents. And honestly, whenever y'all are ready to work, we on this side of the aisle have always been ready to do what is right by the American people. Instead, what you can continue to do is go after the most vulnerable in our country. The fact that you just sat up there and somehow figured out how to tie trans folk to your argument makes no sense to me. But let me tell you something. Trans people ain't going nowhere. Just like when the racists wanted to make sure that black people somehow were going to be dismissed in this country. We ain't left either. And I'll yield.
Would you yield back?
Okay. All right. I saw somebody, y'all call her Boule Mammy. I think that's kind of funny. Jasmine, and I know you're from up there in Dallas area and all of that. That's where you're from. Jasmine, it's a thing I would call opting in and opting out. Jasmine, let me tell you something. As a black person, FBA, I can opt out of being a black man. It's nothing I can do to opt out of being a black man. I have no choice in the matter. I was born an FBA. And when the Lord ready, I'll go see him as an FBA too. Right? Okay, cool. Since I cannot opt out of being a black man, since you say you got invited to the inauguration, but I'm going to chill with your family. Oh, you got invited? Oh, okay. All right. I mean, shoot, should have went. I mean, why not? But I didn't get an invitation, but if you did, you should have went. Anyway, since I cannot opt out, now let's look at a person that's trans. They can opt into being trans and they can opt out of it. If a person is trans say, you know what? I see the light. I done got my life right with the Lord. You know what? This is not what I should be doing. Let me opt out of being trans and go to what I was, born, right? Because they can opt in of being trans and opt out of it, you cannot compare to people who can't opt out of being black. So there is never, ever, Jasmine, a comparison. This is why you Democrats lose elections. Leave us alone. Y'all always trying to attach somebody to black people. Because you know why? Because nobody else, and listen, y'all can get mad when I'm about to say some of you other groups. I say, show your resume, what I'm about to say. The reason why they got to attach other groups to us, because we are the only group that has been continually, truly victimized by this nation. Remember, all these other people that come here, they immigrated here. They knew exactly where their family's from. They chose to come here. And because they chose to come here, they can leave at any time, right? When they want something, let's attach it to black people, because they're the only people that has a righteous cause and the only people that really can get some justice. And if we can attach to black people, maybe we can get it passed. Notice when they try to do things on their own, they have a hard time, if not anything at all. If they can get anything done. Well, we just like black people. Well, it's black and Latino. Well, black and gay. We need to have solidarity. Black and Asian is always attaching us because that's the only way they can really funnel things to themselves except through us. And one thing I'm loving about delineation is that y'all are saying now, no. You're not attaching yourself at all to us. Ain't happening. No. If we are worrying about ourselves, we're not doing no. And that when y'all talk about delineating, gatekeeping, all of that, we also, the same smoke that Fat Joe got, it's the same smoke that every black politician need to get that sit up here and try to say, or black and Asian, black and this, black or whatever, black and trans. No, they need the same smoke. Because just don't go at Fat Joe because he's gotten out of line. A lot of these black politicians have gotten out of line. Now, this new Congressional Black Caucus, Yvette Clarke, she's a first generation Jamaican descent, and she's pro-immigration. Every time that lady speak about pro-immigration, because when Trump and Tom Homan, what they about to do, they about to go ahead on and start ramping up the deportations. If you see that lady screaming and yelling about deportations, all of us better be on her like Farm Voltron on that lady. They say it's called the Congressional Black Caucus. What that has to do with black folk? Nothing. We not no immigrants. So what does that got to do with us? Now, she want to go be the head of the Congressional Immigration Caucus? Go ahead. I think she should actually, because that's where her family, her family immigrated here. Okay. But when you say black, then you should be focusing on what black folks got going on. And if you focus on FBAs, all other black people in the diaspora that's here, they're going to benefit off of that. But you sitting up here talking about immigration, and let's call it what it is. The majority of immigrants are not from the African continent, and they're not from the Caribbean. They're not. You don't even see the black Latinos up here like that. Because they got plenty of Latinos who are black in Latin America. Plenty. Like when I was in Costa Rica, plenty of black folks in Costa Rica. Plenty. Where's all the black Costa Ricans coming up here? You understand what I'm saying? You say Valentina Gomez, it says made it to your state after failing in her home state. What, did she move to Texas? And the thing is, she say one thing wrong, and they're gonna be on her head too. And you say glaze your face is your name. They getting paid for that. But see, this is the thing. that talk that they're doing, that's why they lost the election. All that trans immigration, that's why they lost. If it was a popular subject to talk about, then Kamala would have won, because that's all she was talking about. She would have won. So clearly they haven't learned their lesson. So clearly it looks like in 2026, well, they got to lose more elections. Because listen, I have no problem trying to regulate on the Democrats. I love to, because I'm so sick and tired of them trying to attach people to us and ain't got nothing, but won't do nothing for us. Won't do a thing for us at all. Exactly, Rodney. Rodney said, let them other groups fight their own causes. Right. Rodney said a mouthful. Let the trans people fight their own cause. Let the people that benefit from immigration fight their own cause. Let the Palestinians fight their own cause. Let everybody fight their own cause. Leave us out of it. When they say black people, you see what they doing? Trump and them deporting us. Look what he's doing. I can't relate to that. I'm not an immigrant. I can't relate to that. Why do you take care of your paperwork, bro? Before Trump, you knew Trump was coming in. He promised he was gonna deport people. Why you didn't go holler at your boy Biden about your paperwork? So you could have stayed here. How am I supposed to feel bad for you and you had a dude in office that preferred you and could have gave you some paperwork to stay and you didn't get it? And I really don't feel bad if you've been here 10, 20 doggone years and took care of your paperwork and now they got you. I really don't feel bad for you. You been here that long and you didn't took care of your paperwork? And you want people to feel sorry for you? Come on, man. Your kids and grew up to adults and you still didn't have your paperwork? Well, listen, you can go fight for other groups. Okay. Well, I mean, hey, if you say Democrat shields in the comments, that's fine. That's fine. They a member of the channel. They want to be here to have a conversation. I have no problem with that. They're free to talk as long as they have a membership. They're very free to talk. You see, ICE is hiring. Yeah. ICE is hiring. Border Patrol is hiring. Go get some of them good jobs. I'm pretty sure Trump gonna open some jobs up. And a lot of brothers and sisters need jobs. There's gonna be some black jobs opening up probably next week. There'll be some black jobs. So I don't know y'all heard about Bakersfield, California. They say it's a ghost town right now. Border Patrol and ICE came through there and everybody scurried. But it's like this. What are you scurrying for? If you took care of your paperwork, it would be no reason to scurry. You're like, I don't care about them. I mean, sure, I got my green card. I'm cool. Like, just got your green card. You'd have been all right. But you sat here the whole 4 years of Kamala and Biden, didn't get your green card, and they preferred you to be here? Like, come on now. You see, Ophelia says, oh, yeah, if I wasn't pregnant, I'll definitely be Border Patrol. Yeah, look, well, look, hey, Philip Chandler, hey, look. They want to donate because, listen, whoever the person is, it's okay they're a Democrat. It's okay. Listen, it's okay to disagree with me. It's okay. It's trust me, it's okay. If a person's a Democrat and they're paying to be here and they want to have conversation, I welcome the conversation because that means I take them seriously at that point. But they're willing to be a member on our channel to have that conversation. So I respect them for doing that. They're not just trolling. They're actually saying, I'm going to invest and because I want to be part of this conversation, and that's okay. That's okay. I appreciate it. All the Democrats can come in and be members if they would like, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. Cynthia, you say you gonna apply for ICE? Well, hey, go ahead and apply. I'm pretty sure they need some good Americans, some good FBAs. Listen, they need some FBAs in ICE. They need some FBAs. Listen, ICE, hire a bunch of FBAs. That way, when y'all go to do deportations, they won't say you're racist. Just hire a bunch of good FBAs. Go come to Houston, go to Dallas, Atlanta, DC, Chicago, all the major cities, New York City, and go recruit FBAs. But they have to be FBAs because you don't want nobody to feel like, the reason why I say it has to be FBAs is because sometimes when people have immigrant backgrounds, they feel like they have a soft heart about that. And I get it. Trust me, I do understand why. So you need some FBAs who've been in it, who are descendant of slaves, to be part of the mass deportation and to work for ICE and Border Patrol. Trust me, that's the game changer, Trump and Tom Homan. Hire FBAs. But all right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the stream tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Make sure you click the like button. It's both free. Okay. Make sure to join us tomorrow night on the African Diaspora News Channel app, and we're doing our Friday live stream over there, and we're gonna have a pretty good time over there on the live stream tomorrow night, and everything. It's exclusive to the app. Don't miss out. We don't want you missing out of the conversation that we're having every Friday night on the app, and of course all the other content that's there. Download the app. Once you download it, create an account, and you can choose monthly, quarterly, or yearly. So thank y'all for listening. We'll see you on the